This month, Billy and I attended the 3rd annual Streamin the Gap rally in Cumberland Gap, Tennessee. We've been looking for an urban rally along our route, and I feel like we completely lucked out on a secret special event. The 3-day-long rally included food, hiking, historical tours, and of course, fellowship with other Airstreamers and Cumberland Gap locals. This year's rally consisted of about 30 Airstreams, mainly travel trailers, but also a few Class A's and B's. We lined the main street from end to end, and with Halloween approaching, we decorated our rigs for the season. We kicked things off with dinner provided by their local food pantry, the Christian Cooperative Ministries, and got to know each other. Dinner was followed by guest speakers from the Guardians of the Gap, who provided a brief history of the town and surrounding area.
This event is put on by a really special group of people. We're called the Guardians of the Gap. We are a non-profit organization that was put in place by our city council to help preserve, promote, and protect the town.
To hear Chuck Owens, who is a retired educator in the area. He's one of the top couple history buffs in Pinnacle.
Before I tell you a few stories about this area, it may be good to review some of the highlights of this place. Dr. Maxwell told me that many of you already know a little bit about this area. Some of you probably know a lot more than that.
One of the first historical tours was of the Karlan Mansion, located in nearby Ewing, Virginia. Built in 1878, the home is located in the Wilderness Road State Park. It remains open for tours as well as private events.
The local lumber mill and the general store and things like that.
With the leaves changing, October is one of the ideal times to visit the area, and these leaves were nearly at their peak colors. One of the best views of the surrounding mountains, neighboring cities, in downtown Cumberland Gap is from the Pinnacle Overlook at 2,500 feet elevation. Cumberland Gap was named for the gap in the Cumberland Mountains. This is a historic mountain pass that served as a key passageway through the Central Appalachians. Used by Buffalo, Native Americans, and early pioneers like Daniel Boone, the Gap made travel to western frontiers possible. At only 0.3 square miles in size and a population of less than 500, Cumberland Gap retains the charm of a small town. Lying within the boundaries of the Cumberland National Historical Park, it is protected from increased growth. Not only is the town itself charming, but the locals are some of the most hospitable people we've ever met. It's no surprise that people who visit Cumberland Gap are captivated by its beauty and charm, like Bill and Tammy Lynn. Originally from Oregon and full-time RVers themselves, they found the Gap and decided to call it home for a while. Days later, they purchased an 1890s church and renovated it themselves, bringing an event venue to the city, but also a source of pride and continued history for the community. We were also treated to a classic car show from a local car club, one of Billy and I's favorite pastimes. Billy's favorite was a 1967 GTO and mine a Resto Mod truck. Mary Mars guided us on a hike to the Tri-State Point, the intersection of Tennessee, Kentucky, and Virginia. The Streamin the Gap rally was incredible. We'd like to thank the Guardians of the Gap, the other organizers, and the town of Cumberland Gap for making this event possible.